on Facebook. Hi, everyone. How are you today? Thank you so much for joining me for today's session. Today's session is titled Finish What You Start. Tuesdays at 11, we are focusing on finishing what we start. Why are we working on finishing what we start? Because here we are in the month of Gemini, and Gemini is the sign of the twins, right? And as the sign of the twins, they are often all over the place, right? They're all over the place, and it's hard for them to make decisions, and they can't really grasp like where they should put their attention, right? So Geminis often have a hard time focusing. And what I wanted to offer you guys, I have a lot of Gemini in my chart, but it doesn't matter if you have Gemini in your chart or not. Right now, the way that the universe is set up, whatever sign we're in, we actually feel the energy of that sign. So being under the sign of Gemini right now, we are all feeling maybe a little distracted or a little unfocused. There are also so many things going on in the world right now, from the pandemic to the riots and to the protests to the economy. And there's so much going on that it's often hard for us to decide where we should put our attention or what is most important, how we can really, manifest and create what we want to create. And so that's the thing that I want to focus on today. Focus on today is what are some things that we can do actually that are going to actually help us and enable us to create and draw in that focus into our lives. So today's session will be all about that, okay? Right now, my very special godniece, Chloe, is graduating as we speak from Greenwich High School in Greenwich, Connecticut. So I just want to, and her mother is texting me how sad she is. So sorry for the distraction, but it's one of those moments and I want to keep my commitment to being here with you at 11. So thank you guys so much for being here. We are going to focus on focusing. We're going to focus on focusing today. And focusing is the place in which we get to really see where we give our attention to actually grows and manifests and creates bigger and bigger things in our lives, okay? So the first thing, as I was meditating on this session today, I was thinking about how what I've learned in my practice in my many years of studying theta healing and studying from Vienna Steibel is there are all these incredible laws in the universe. And did you know that the law of focus is an actual law? And each law has sub-focuses or they have sub-categories and whatever. So the law of focus actually falls underneath the law of vibration, okay? The law of vibration, and then the law of energy, and then the law of focus. So if we use this structure for understanding focus, it made so much sense to me about how it's so easy for us to lose focus. I'm sure you've heard people say in the metaphysical world, in the spiritual world, we want to raise our vibration, your vibe attracts your tribe. And so when I read today, I was doing some research about today's session, and I realized that the law of focus comes underneath energy and vibration. I realized this is exactly why we begin to feel unfocused and undistracted. Or distracted. We feel distracted and unfocused because we're not centered and grounded into our own vibration. Our vibration is not elevated. So I'm going to give you some tools today how to also help elevate your vibration and what you can do to actually set that into motion. And underneath the law of vibration, the law of focus, so comes the law of light and the law of tones and the law of electricity. So how does it work for us? How can we raise our vibration to increase our ability to focus? So here we are in this day and time in which there are so many things to distract us on a day-to-day basis. So forget about what's going on in the world. We talked about that. Let's also look at what's happening in our individual lives, right? The amount of information for us to consume, how we consume it, where we consume it, We can, now stream just about anything, anytime we want. We used to have to wait to focus on something. If we wanted to watch General Hospital, we would have to wait until 3 o'clock every day to watch General Hospital or whatever. That's the way it used to be, but it's not like that anymore. Now you can have anything and everything at your fingertips. And having things at your fingertips makes it a little less easy to focus, because when you are focused, when you have all of these options, it's hard for you to say, okay, I want to focus on that. I want to focus on that, because you're like, oh, I want that, and 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 I want that too. And then you have to make a decision. So it also feels like the pressure of, if I don't choose wisely, I'm going to miss an opportunity. So that's also an illusion that's created, right? And as that illusion is created, it is something